the cake that keeps on giving, layered with all things pretty and playful, billowy dollops of cream, berries, cookies, you name it. Mandy Merriman is here with her take on the statement cutout cake. What cake? Let me try that again. Statement cutout cake. What is this exactly? They're gorgeous.
Oh, I love these. So these were originally designed by a baker in Israel, and her name is Addie Kosh on Instagram. And everyone was trying to message her saying, what is this called? We don't even know. It's a cookie or a cake, or what is it called? And I've heard it called Napoleon, a cookie cake, a monogram cake. So we're just calling it a number cake, just because of the way it's shaped. And what it is basically it's a cookie, like a sugar cookie.
A big cookie.
A large sugar cookie. And you roll it out and then you dollop on buttercream or any kinds of yummy filling that is stable enough, and then topping it with all different kinds of things.
So you layer the cutout, you layer the shape then, the number or the letter, and that gives it dimension, and then you're stacking on top with all of the playful fun.
Yes, and it is so versatile.
Wow.
I took this idea and I ran with it in 3 different directions. So we have like the candy cake, where my son, his first name starts with a J, and so we went with this J and put on little tiny rainbow cookies and candies and gummies. And
what's the frosting? A buttercream?
It's buttercream as well.
Okay.
And so I love that one. It's playful for a little kids party. You could theme it with anything you'd like.
And there's no rhyme or reason, right? You're just sprinkling in the rainbow fun.
Same thing, just sticking it on top.
I bet he was like grinning ear to ear.
He was so excited. He's like, bring it home when you're done. I'm like, okay. Yes. So this one is a B for Brooke, and we did cocoa buttercream. Oh yes.
I loved you before. I love you even more now.
Oh my gosh, I love it. And so I did cocoa buttercream, and then I put on all kinds of chocolatey goodness, little baby cookies, and just made it kind of that more of a theme.
As my nephew says, oh my heckers. That is amazing. Look at that. Look at that. I mean, you jammed all sorts of chocolate in
different things into that. And then last one, cookies and cream, one of my favorites. So we did a chocolate cookie base and then same buttercream on top.
With just the cookies and cream candy bar.
Exactly.
The Oreos, both regular size and mini. Just kind of play ski-wampously. I don't know if that's a word. I added an LY to the word ski-wampus. But anyway, they're just kind of haphazardly placed on top.
Yes, all over on top. And so what I started out with was my cookie dough recipe, which is on my blog now.
Oh, Mandy.
I roll it out, and what I did is I took a number, just on, if there's no like special cake pans for this, you just use paper and write it on there.
Okay.
And then I rolled it out. Make sure it's even so it bakes evenly. That helps it to cook nice and evenly. You don't get burnt edges. Pretty thin, not too bad. I mean, and you should be able to pick it up easily. And so what I did is I have buttercream. I love just vanilla buttercream, and I'll give you your side. And I didn't put any tip in this. This is just a snipped off tip right here.
Okay.
And you're gonna think Hershey Kisses when you do these on here. So you're gonna squeeze and pull up, squeeze and pull up. And what you'll do is you'll go all the way around the outside. And what I've learned is that it doesn't have to look super pretty because you're gonna put another cookie on top of it.
Mushing it.
We're also doing the speed round for TV land.
Well, you are. Why do I feel like I'm in a race with my cute blonde friend?
Oh my goodness, no, you're good. We've been around the baking buttercream block.
You've been around the buttercream.
It's just
the buttercream block.
Story of my life.
I love it.
So what I'll do is you'll stick that first layer on.
Okay.
And then once you're done with that, and you'll stick on this top layer. And you don't press down. I mean, you really want that gorgeous little circle pattern to show.
Yeah, you want to preserve the pattern.
Yeah, and what I love about these is the original one that Addie did was she did the macarons on top, she did florals, she did meringues, so just feminine and gorgeous and elegant, and it just really took off from there, and everyone's been trying to copy it, trying to do what they can, and also make it their own. And so what I've chosen for us to put on here today is I love putting fresh berries on these.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
It tastes so good with the cream and the cookie. It kind of tastes like a little tart.
For half a second, I thought I just had the 3 backwards, and I about had a buttercream heart attack, but we're good. Okay, we're good.
I actually did that on one of these, so we just kind of regrouped and made it work. So I'm gonna put on these. I have buttercream all over my hands. It's the story of my life. But
hazard of the job.
Oh, it's a delicious hazard. And so what I have is I have these little Lindor chocolates, and you can pop these on.
Why am I so slow?
No, you're good. You're good.
Quit judging me, Mandy.
No, I'm not judging you. This is a happy, warm place of buttercream. So, and then I have these cute macarons. And if you don't want to buy macarons that are super expensive, I've learned that if you just go to Smith's, they actually have some in the freezer section. They don't taste too bad, and they look really lovely on these cakes.
Do I need to do another line?
Yeah, go ahead and fill in the middle. Perfect.
Did you see how polite she was about that? It was like her preschool teacher voice.
Yeah, very good. Very nice,
fill in that middle, Brooke. Nice job.
It's
you
going to be
artist.
Oh my goodness, it's going to be covered up anyway, so it's going to be perfect. Okay. So what I did is I also love these little sixlets. I'll stick those on there. So I'll start with kind of a main element, the bigger ones, and then I'll fill in the smaller ones. I love using fresh florals on these. You can actually get these from, like, you know how after Valentine's Day they have like the florals that are on sale in the back of Smith's or whatever?
Yeah.
those are perfect for these.
The stand in memoriam of all women out there who are crying because they didn't get a bouquet of flowers.
Bless their hearts, bless their hearts. I'd go out and get myself one. And I'd just be like, let's be for me. And so I'll just stick a couple of these guys on top, and I have a couple of these leaves, and I like to stick those just as if they're coming out of it.
Now, are you wanting to cover the surface, or do you want to leave it exposed so you see the shape?
You kind of want to see the little bits of shapes.
Okay.
And you want to go for different textures. I love the softness of the berries. You have the kind of the shininess of the sixlets. On this one down here, I used these really radical sprinkles. These are fantastic.
Did you just say radical?
These are totes awesome.
Did baking just go radical?
They're totally radical. And so I love how they look super shiny to kind of contrast with the softs.
Yeah, yeah. That's a good point. Different textures, different
textures.
I'm like praying over every placement of skillet.
Look how cute it is. No, it really, there is no specific way to do this. Just, I just space them out, give them their own thing. Here's some of these little lovelies.
Oh,
you want these on there.
These?
These are white chocolate Lindor truffles.
Yes, they are.
Oh, they're amazing. So I would stick those on there too. And what I've learned is that when, it's nice to keep them in the fridge overnight.
Okay.
And when you slice into them, just have a really hot knife. It's just, they're not going to make clean slices, but they're going to taste amazing.
They'll crumble. I mean, expect some crumbling and some, right?
But we're going for just the beautiful look of it. You can do it for whatever age people are turning.
Yes.
You can even do like a big like M for Mandy or a B for Brooke like we did here.
Well, it's hard to personalize a cake as people get older or for anniversaries, right? Or retirement parties or, you know, significant birthdays. It's hard to personalize a cake without it being cheesy.
Exactly.
This is elegant and beautiful and mature and all of it.
Absolutely. It could be old or young or whichever, and so I think it'll work out.
So what are we calling these? What are we calling
I don't know. I tried to look online forever to find out what they were called, and I just found modern number cakes.
Okay.
I found Napoleon was what it was called by a well-known baker. Also, just it's weird that they're called cakes because they're not really cakes.
Yeah.
For Valentine's Day, I made a Valentine's Day cake version of this with a heart pan, and I cut out the middle, so it was a cake. So you can make this into a cake or cookie, but I mean, you saw how easy this all came together.
Amazing, amazing. I just hang out with you every day. Where can we get more of your ideas?
So on Instagram, Baking with Blondie, and on my website, I posted the tutorial for all these, also the recipe. So
and that website is?
bakingwithblondie.blogspot.com.
We love it. We love her. Look for both links to her website and her Instagram on our website, studio5.ksl.com. We post those links there just to make it easy for you, all in one place there in the recipe section at, again, studio5.ksl.com. And go cake crazy, I guess cookie crazy in this case, but those are amazing. Can't wait to try one.